Welcome to the Elderly Channel, where knowledge becomes the most powerful medicine in your golden years. Today, I want to share something deeply personal, drawn from a long life in medicine. My name is Dr. William Harris. I'm 88 years old, and I spent over 5 decades working in emergency rooms across the Midwest. I've helped save more lives than I can remember. But what haunts me the most, what I'll never forget, are the lives I couldn't save. Not because of chronic illness or tragic accidents, but because of a simple mistake made after a meal. Some of the most heartbreaking cases I've seen involved older adults, neighbors, grandparents, people who were just laughing with their grandkids the day before, suddenly rushed to the ER after doing something as innocent as lying down after lunch. Some of them didn't make it. Not because they were weak, not because they were sick, but because they simply didn't know better. That's why I'm speaking to you today. If you're over 60, or if you care for someone who is, please listen closely. There are 3 things you should never do within 30 minutes after eating. Avoiding these simple habits could literally save your life. In just the past week, I've seen 3 otherwise healthy seniors, all in their early 70s, pass away due to one of these dangerous post-meal routines. If they had known what I'm about to tell you, I believe with all my heart they'd still be with us today, enjoying breakfast with their loved ones, planning their next walk, or laughing on a front porch. This isn't about fear. It's about empowerment. It's about giving you the tools to live longer, stronger, and safer. So please, read carefully. Share this video. Tell your spouse. Call your daughter. Text your neighbor. What we're talking about could save someone's life. Here's why it matters. The 30 minutes after a meal is critical for your body. During this time, your system is working hard to digest food, redirecting blood flow to your stomach and digestive organs. If you interrupt that process by moving too suddenly, heating your body with a hot bath, or lying down flat, you risk pulling that blood away from where it's needed. That's when strokes, heart attacks, and even sudden collapse can occur. So, what should you avoid? 1. Lying down right after eating. It may feel comforting to recline after a big meal, but it's one of the most dangerous things older adults can do. It can lead to acid reflux, aspiration pneumonia, or even silent choking, especially if you drift off to sleep. This is just the first of 3 critical habits you need to avoid. Stay tuned, take this seriously, and most importantly, share it. Together, we can help each other age wisely. Eat smart. Age slow. Live well. One evening, Mr. Harold Green, 79, lay down on the couch right after dinner, as he usually did. But within minutes, he felt shortness of breath and chest pressure. His daughter, who happened to be visiting, called 911. Doctors later explained that food and stomach acid had refluxed into his esophagus and then entered his lungs, causing serious inflammation. Thankfully, he survived, but with permanent lung damage. A gastroenterologist explained that if you lie down immediately after eating, acid and food from the stomach can easily travel back up the esophagus. This is especially dangerous for older adults, whose digestive systems have slowed and whose esophageal muscles have weakened with age. What starts as simple heartburn can turn into aspiration pneumonia, a serious and potentially life-threatening condition. 2. Taking a hot bath immediately after a meal. Many seniors enjoy a warm bath to relax after dinner. But soaking in hot water too soon after eating can dangerously affect blood flow. Mr. Leonard James, 76, had this very habit. One night, he collapsed in the bathtub. His son found him unconscious, and he was diagnosed with a cerebral infarction, or stroke. He survived, but lost movement on one side of his body. A cardiologist later explained that after meals, the body redirects blood to the stomach for digestion. A hot bath pulls even more blood to the skin, reducing circulation to the brain and heart. This can trigger strokes or heart attacks, especially in people with high blood pressure or diabetes. Advice: wait at least 30 minutes after eating before bathing, no matter the water temperature. It's a simple step that protects your heart, brain, and long-term health. Third, strenuous activity, like climbing stairs or lifting heavy objects right after a meal, can be dangerous. Many people believe that a bit of physical movement after eating helps with digestion. But the truth is, strenuous exercise places additional strain on the heart, especially in older adults. Take the case of Mr. George Miller, a 74-year-old retired engineer from Denver. George had a routine of going for brisk walks or climbing stairs after lunch, thinking it was good for his digestion. One afternoon, while climbing to the 4th floor of his apartment building, he suddenly experienced sharp chest pain and collapsed. Emergency doctors diagnosed him with a myocardial infarction, and it was found that 30% of his heart muscle had been damaged. According to his cardiologist, the heart is already working harder after a meal to pump blood to the stomach and digestive organs. Engaging in intense activities like running, climbing stairs, or lifting heavy bags during this time can overwhelm the heart, increasing the risk of heart attacks or strokes, especially for those with high blood pressure, heart conditions, or diabetes. Instead, the 30 minutes after a meal should be treated as a golden window. It's a time for gentle care, not strain. This is when your body needs to focus on digestion, circulation, and recovery. Avoiding risky behaviors is essential, but using this window wisely is even more powerful. After more than 50 years in medicine, here are 4 simple post-meal habits I recommend to support your heart, digestion, and long-term health. Sit upright in a relaxed position. Take a slow, short walk if desired. Sip warm water or herbal tea. Breathe deeply and relax. Small choices can protect your heart and extend your life. Start today. 1. Sit upright after meals. Posture matters more than you think. After you eat, sit upright in a chair with your back straight and both feet flat on the floor. Avoid slouching, reclining, or lying down. Just 30 minutes in this position can work wonders. One gentleman, Mr. Harold Jenkins, 72, from North Carolina, had suffered from heartburn and bloating for years. After adopting this simple habit of sitting upright post-meal, he noticed a remarkable improvement. He hasn't needed antacids or stomach meds for over a decade. Good posture after eating supports the digestive process, helps prevent acid reflux, and reduces pressure on your stomach. It's simple, but often overlooked. 2. Sip a warm beverage about 10 minutes after eating. Roughly 10 to 15 minutes after your meal. Gently sip warm water, mild ginger tea, or roasted barley tea. A woman named Barbara Ellis, 78, from Oregon, used to experience a burning sensation in her upper stomach, almost nightly. Since she began having warm tea after dinner, she says her digestion feels lighter, her appetite has improved, and she sleeps more peacefully. However, be careful. Avoid cold drinks or strong tea immediately after eating. Icy fluids can constrict stomach blood vessels and slow down digestion. 3. Engage in a calm, joyful conversation. Rather than diving into television or scrolling your phone, try connecting with someone around you. Whether it's your spouse, a neighbor, or even a phone call to a friend, light conversation for 10 to 15 minutes after eating can reduce stress and stimulate digestion. One man shared, "After years of dining alone with the TV, I began chatting with my wife after dinner. My mood improved, and so did my digestion. Smiling and connecting promotes blood flow, lowers stress, and supports heart health. 4. Go for a gentle walk after 30 minutes. Instead of intense movement, try a peaceful 10 to 15-minute walk around your yard, neighborhood, or even inside your home, but only after resting for 30 minutes. One woman in her 60s, who'd been managing type 2 diabetes for years, began walking after dinner. Within months, her blood sugar improved so much that her doctor reduced her medication. Small steps truly lead to big changes. Don't rush. Don't overdo it. Your body will stay stronger, longer, if you treat it with daily care. And that begins with food. Eating well is the foundation for aging well. It's not about eating more, it's about eating smart. Many people believe that large portions equal strength, but after age 50, that mindset can work against you. Over my years as a physician, I've seen countless patients where poor eating habits were the real culprits behind high blood pressure, acid reflux, fatigue, and even heart disease. Let me share 5 simple but powerful habits that support digestion, disease prevention, and longevity, while still letting you enjoy the foods you love. 1. Stop eating at about 80% full. As we age, digestion slows down. Continuing to eat until you're stuffed can lead to bloating, drowsiness, and pressure on your heart. One of my patients, Mr. Carl Benson, 75, believed that eating more gave him energy. But after a day of large meals, he was rushed to the ER with chest discomfort. Doctors found his stomach was overly distended, pressing on his heart. The body's warning signs are clear. If you feel sleepy or overly full, you've likely eaten too much. Put your fork down before you feel completely full. Second portion with your hands. This is a simple rule that works. A cupped hand of whole grains, a palm-sized portion of lean protein, like fish, chicken, or eggs, and fill the rest of your plate, about half, with vegetables and fruit. Chew each bite at least 20 times. This helps break down food more efficiently, supports digestion, and helps you feel satisfied with less. 3. Prioritize colorful fruits and vegetables and go easy on white carbs. A diet rich in greens, oranges, and berries supports gut health and energy. Swap out white bread and white rice for brown rice, oats, or other whole grains. These alternatives are gentler on blood sugar, help curb hunger, and support weight management over time. When you eat with awareness, your entire body benefits, from your gut to your heart to your mind. Eat smart. Age slow. Live well. My dad struggled with tingling sensations and constipation for years, but after he made one simple change, switching from white rice to brown rice and increasing the fruits and vegetables on his plate, he told me something remarkable. His stomach felt lighter, his digestion improved, and his body simply felt better. This one adjustment helped bring ease and balance to his entire system. 4. Choose your post-meal drink wisely. If your stomach feels bloated or heavy after eating, try sipping a warm, mild beverage like ginger tea or barley tea. It soothes the stomach and supports smoother digestion. One woman, Mrs. Clara Jenkins, 73, from Illinois, used to suffer from post-meal discomfort. But since she started drinking warm barley tea after lunch, she says her stomach has felt more settled and her appetite more consistent. Avoid ice water, soda, or alcohol right after a meal. These cold or harsh beverages can shock the stomach, slow down digestion, and put extra strain on your liver, especially after age 60. 5. Be mindful of medication timing. If you take medication for conditions like high blood pressure, diabetes, or heart disease, always consult your doctor about the timing of your doses. Some drugs should be taken before meals, while others are safer 30 minutes after eating. One case I remember well. Ms. Helen Foster, 76, took her blood pressure medication right after dinner. Moments later, she felt lightheaded and fainted, fracturing her hip. Her doctor later explained the meal had redirected blood flow to her stomach, and the medication caused a sudden drop in blood pressure. Healthy aging isn't just about what you eat. It's also about how you care for your body afterward. Season, medication, and environment all matter. Adjust wisely, and your body will thank you. Over the years, I've seen many older patients hospitalized not because of a major illness, but because of something as simple as a sudden cold breeze, a quick bath, or living alone with no one around to help. The hours after dinner are more than just downtime. They're a critical opportunity to protect your health. Here's how to care for your body after meals, depending on the season and situation. 1. In summer, avoid sudden cold exposure. It's common to want to cool down after dinner in the summer heat, but sitting directly under an air conditioner or fan or gulping down cold drinks can be dangerous, especially for older adults. Mr. Raymond Cole, 78, was relaxing in his living room with the AC blowing right on him when he was rushed to the ER with stomach cramps, diarrhea, and dangerously low blood pressure. The doctor explained that the cold air caused his blood vessels to constrict suddenly, putting stress on his circulatory system. Advice: keep fans and AC units circulating air gently, not blowing directly on you. Choose room temperature beverages like barley tea or light ginger tea instead of icy drinks. 2. In winter, avoid going outside immediately after meals. During colder months, stepping outdoors right after eating can raise the risk of a spike in blood pressure or even fainting. The sudden temperature change shocks the system, which is already focused on digestion. Advice: stay inside for at least 30 minutes after eating. Use this time to sip warm drinks like ginger tea or cinnamon tea, which help circulation. If you choose to walk afterward, do so slowly and in layers to keep your body warm. 3. Be extra mindful when eating out or attending social events. At restaurants or family gatherings, we often eat richer, saltier, and heavier meals than usual. This puts added strain on your digestive system and can lead to reflux, fatigue, or spikes in blood pressure. Advice: after eating, avoid lying down. Instead, sit upright or take a slow walk. Always bring your medication with you and take it as scheduled, even when you're not at home. 4. Living alone? Have a plan. Many older adults who live alone experience dizziness, chest tightness, or fatigue after meals, but hesitate to call for help. Advice: keep a phone or emergency alert device nearby. Check in regularly with family or neighbors, and consider sharing your meal schedule so someone knows when to check on you. Staying safe after meals isn't complicated. It just takes mindfulness. Your body deserves that care. Mr. Gerald Whitman, an 82-year-old widower from Iowa, once felt lightheaded just minutes after finishing dinner. Thankfully, he happened to be on the phone with his daughter, who immediately recognized something was wrong and called for help. "I don't know what would have happened if we hadn't been on that call," she later said. This story is a reminder that even small actions can be life-saving. If you live alone, consider making it a habit to talk with a family member or friend for 10 to 15 minutes after dinner. Not only does it bring peace of mind and companionship, but it also means someone will be there, on the line, should something go wrong. Keep your phone within reach at all times and avoid turning it off, even briefly. These simple precautions can make your home safer and your life more secure. Throughout this discussion, we've explored key strategies for maintaining health in the moments following a meal. From dangerous habits to avoid, to supportive behaviors that promote digestion and circulation, every tip is rooted in real experience. many from my own 50-plus years in the medical field. Let's revisit 3 things you should never do within 30 minutes after a meal. Do not lie down immediately after eating. This increases the risk of acid reflux, choking, or even aspiration pneumonia. Do not take a hot bath right after a meal. It can divert blood flow away from vital organs, raising the risk of fainting, stroke, or heart strain. Do not engage in strenuous activity. Avoid climbing stairs or lifting heavy objects, as digestion already demands increased blood flow. Instead, here are 4 gentle, healthy habits to adopt after eating. Sit upright in a relaxed posture for 30 minutes. This helps food settle and supports digestion. About 10 to 15 minutes after eating, sip a small amount of lukewarm water, ginger tea, or barley tea to ease the stomach. Enjoy a light conversation with family, a neighbor, or a friend to reduce stress and stabilize your mood. After 30 minutes of rest, take a slow walk for 10 to 15 minutes. This simple movement helps regulate blood sugar and supports heart health. Also, adopt better mealtime habits. Stop eating when you're about 80% full. Overeating puts a strain on digestion and circulation. Chew each bite at least 20 times. This slows eating and helps prevent discomfort. Focus your meals on vegetables, whole grains, and brown rice, while moderating white rice, fried foods, and oils. If you take medication, follow your doctor's instructions closely regarding when to take each pill. Some medications work best before meals, others after. Mistiming your dosage can lead to dizziness, blood pressure drops, or even dangerous falls. Seasonal changes also affect post-meal health. In summer, avoid sitting directly in front of air conditioners or drinking ice-cold beverages, as they can shock the system and restrict circulation. In winter, don't rush outdoors right after eating. Give your body time to warm up inside first. When eating out, avoid heavy, fatty meals. Afterward, sit or walk gently. And if you live alone, keep a phone or medical alert nearby, and check in with someone after each meal. In my decades of medical practice, I've seen lives changed not by expensive treatments, but by daily habits. True health lives in your small choices, the way you eat, sit, rest, hydrate, and connect. So please, take this message to heart. Share it with your loved ones. You never know whose life might be better or longer because of it. Wishing you vibrant health, restful evenings, and joy in every small moment.